Well, I got some clipboard action going on here with some note action, and I've got bits of cars all over my shop. So I figure maybe you want to talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. Where do we want to start? Let's start with Camaro. How's that sound? We've been on the Camaro lately. So I told everybody I was going to come in this morning and put as much of this together as I could, and very quickly I found out that I was missing like one little tiny piece for almost every single component I needed to be able to actually work on this thing. So I stopped and started making a list of what we need. So we don't have plug wires yet. I got those on ordered. The ATI super damper, much like many other things, it comes with some of the hardware, but it needs a new crank bolt. So I ordered a new crank bolt for that. It didn't come with a crank bolt, so that's coming in. Our header bolts, the ones that they sent, I mean, there's only one level more expensive of a header, and the ones that they sent me were a hex style header bolt with a lock washer on the back of it, and every time I tighten them down they gouge into the headers real bad. So I'm not going to do that anymore, and I got some nice stainless header bolts coming. The steering rack was leaking, and the tie rod ends had torn boots, and we don't know the condition of those, so I ordered a steering rack and tie rod ends, inner and outer tie rod ends with the boots and the whole bit. So that's coming in. Power steering delete pulley. So I talked about going to electric power steering. So because we're going to electric power steering, we want to maintain the factory belt routing, and to do that we need to put basically a dummy pulley in place of where the power steering pump used to be on the front of this motor. So we're ordered up our pulley here, so you'll see the belt kind of run in its factory location, but you'll only see it attached to the alternator and the air conditioner down here. Everything else will be a dummy pulley. So that's there. We're going to be doing a bunch of battery stuff, so I ordered a wire crimp tool for our big 0 gauge wire, and I got the alternator ordered. One of the requests was, I'll show you this alternator that we got. Hold on, is it still in the office? Because I was matching up what it looks like. We'll go in here in the office. Oh, we rearranged the office. It's a little different. There's Tessa. Where'd that alternator go, babe? There it is. Okay, so we have this alternator here, and as you can see, it's pretty scuzzy and icky, and if I can, it makes noise too. So we're going to replace this. The factory alternator units are a very small, weak 123 amps, and 123 amps is good for an OBD2 fuel injected car, but it's just enough for those. So when you start adding aftermarket components like a big stereo or an electric power steering pump or electric water pump, or you know, like everything we're putting into this car, you need some more juice to go back into the battery. Now this battery will supply all day probably, but it's lithium ion, so we want to make sure that we're getting enough juice back into it as we're drawing back out of it, so we don't have to hook up the charger, which it came with the charger. Cool. So we don't have to hook up a charger to recharge it every time we run it down the track and run it hard. So there's that. What else we got on the list here? Oh, I still need to go pick up my gallon of reducer from Napa and Dallas for the Elcamino paint. And let's see, I gotta call Louis back. Louis' old word-of-mouth customer. We painted an airplane for him several years ago. He lives out there at the air park, and he built himself another airplane he wants me to go look at. So we gotta go talk to Louis. Once we got all that ordered, figured out, dialed, and then I needed to do kind of the same thing to the Elcamino. So Elcamino, we went through, the client brought back most of these boxes of loose parts that we had sent up back to his house for him because we didn't need them at that point in the process. now we're ready to start picking through these things and figuring out what we're going to do and where we're going to go. So I kind of looked at everything, and here's our big, so this is a cowl trim that goes under the hood. It's in good shape. This is our quarter panel side pieces. Those are in good shape to save. These are the bed rails, and kudos to the client. He knew already how beat up these were, so he went ahead and ordered from our buddies at OPGI new bed trim kit. So we've got all 4 corners and all 4 pieces to go around it with the clips and the hardware and all that stuff. So all the way around the bed will be good. We've got the cowl. I have the rear hood trim, which is now not correct because we went from a factory hood to a SS cowl induction hood. So I've got to get the cowl induction piece of trim there. Those are garbage. Those are garbage. These are the drip rail moldings. So it looks like maybe they practiced on the one because it kind of got turned into a pretzel. And then I don't remember, maybe I took this one off, or maybe they figured out what they were doing and then they got this one off in fairly good shape. So we're gonna need to order at least 1 set of drip rails. It would probably be best to order 2 because these have been kind of nicked up and beat up. Savable, can make them look okay. But what you'll find out real quick is when you start putting these old trim pieces up against the brand new paint, they really start to look not very good. So drip rail moldings, we'll need drip rail moldings. I have the windshield trim across the top, and I have the driver's side upright, but I don't have the passenger upright, and these are kind of nicked and beat up and pitted. So I'm gonna price those. I have the full trim kit to go around the rear window, but much the same. It's kind of beat up. I can polish this stuff and straighten it a little bit, but like this thing is pretty mangled, and that is going to be real hard to make look good. These can be sanded, filled, and painted. These are stainless, and I actually kind of know the little bit of the old school trick to warm them up and get some of this stuff out of them, but the hours it's going to take to get that stuff done, it might be advantageous just to buy new trim. So this was on the side edge of the door. I don't think we're going to replace those. We're not going to do wheel well moldings. We're not going to do the lower trim moldings. So this is pretty much what we need for trim. I do not have the tailgate trim, so if I edit this video, I might throw a picture up. There was 2 pieces of trim that run along this tailgate here from the factory. Now we're going to two-tone this car, so right here in the corner it's going to wrap down and have some color, some black here, but tentatively we wanted this all red. So I'm kind of thinking about adding in a piece of trim back to here so that I can bring the black around the back of the car. If that's the case, then we will need to get that one because I don't have it. So yeah, doors we are in good shape on. This I didn't take off because the same kind of reason. I was able to get my paint behind it, and these are in decent shape, so I don't want to risk beating them up. But we do need to get the U-channel seal for inside the U-channel for the glass, and then we also need to get the door seals. The A-pillars looked okay as far as the seals are concerned, but I will let the customer put those in his hand and decide on those himself. You could run them, you could not, but kind of same kind of thing. When you put old stuff on new paint, it really doesn't look as good as you thought it used to look. So let's see, bezels are all in good shape. So I've got an extra set of bezels, and I can go ahead and clean the best of them up and then repaint the trim edges that we need to, and that'll be fine. Same thing with tail light bezels and front marker bezels. Those look good. Marker light lenses are in decent shape for the quarter panels, but the front and rear corners probably need to be replaced. This one's pretty broken. This one's got pretty good evidence of cracking in it. And they sell them in pairs, so you might just do that. Look at my listy list real quick, and I think that about covers it for Mr. Elcamino. We're gonna jam those parts. Like I said, I gotta pick up that reducer tomorrow morning, and then we can flip these over after I cleaned the shop again. Flip these over, mask them up, prep them, and shoot some red stuff on them. So it's kind of where we're at. Like I said yesterday, once I get these 2 batches done, then I'll get back over to Buick and get it encapsulated, but I don't want to spray the encapsulation on all this stuff. So that's where we're at. That's where we're going. Thanks for being here, guys. Hold on, we're back. Sorry, I had the tool guy come in and I kind of feel like I rushed the end of that video. So I'm gonna finish it up the right way. How's that sound? Okay, what were we looking at? Glass channel U-trim seals. Yeah, so inside the doors where the glass runs, we need the U-channel seal. So that way the door glass sits in where the door glass is supposed to sit. There's a tailgate cover on this side of the tailgate. It's a large cover that covers the whole, it's a big plate. That one's missing from the car, so we'll have to get that ordered. It's available-ish. Hood to cowl seal, we need to get the hood to cowl seal coming because we'll be ready to put that thing together just as soon as it comes out of the booth. We'll probably throw the hood back on it before we even move it back over here for detail. I talked about the lenses, the seat belts. So I only have the seat belt lowers, the pod that bolts to the floor, and then the clasp that bolts to the floor. I don't have the shoulder uppers that go, the shoulder straps that clip up above you on the A-pillar. They are optional. Pretty good safety. Pretty good safety to have those in there. So that's up to you guys on that one. Another optional one is LED headlights. They're so cheap nowadays. We'll just throw some LED headlights in it, and you guys will have brand new car lights. The trim, tailgate. We went over the tailgate. That's fine. Drip rail trim. We went over that. Rear window is complete and beat up. Yep, that's cool. Windshield is missing one upright, so we probably should order windshield trim. Okay, copy. I'll put this in a list and I'll run it down here like ending credits. How's that sound? Appreciate you guys being here. As always, hit that subs up button for me and that subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for being here, guys. Take care.